students, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this channel, you will learn about the various concepts of economics in a short period of time. Let's start. The today's topic is demand. In the normal language, by the meaning of demand, we understand the desire. But in economics, desire is just the wish to have the goods or the services. For example, if a poor person wish to have a car, then it is just a desire. But for the desire to be demand, that the demand is the desire which is backed by the willingness and ability to pay for the commodity. For example, if a rich person who is willing to pay for the car, then that becomes the demand. So, for the desire to become the demand, there is the need of willingness to pay and ability to pay for that commodity. So, the demand is that desire which is backed by the willingness and ability to pay. In other words, demand is the quantity of goods and the services that the consumer are willing and able to purchase from the market at various prices per period of time is called demand. So, the demand for the commodity is affected by the various factors. That means sometimes the demand is high and sometimes the demand is low. So the different factors which affect the demand are called the determinants of demand. So some of the determinants of demand are like price of the commodity. We all know that one of the important determinant of demand is price. Normally, other things remaining the same, if the price of the commodity decreases, the quantity demand increases and vice versa. That means the consumer at the low price tends to buy more of the product, and at the high price, the consumer buy less. So, the one of the important determinant of demand is the price of the commodity. Now, the level of income. Income is also one of the important determinant of the demand. Whatever demand is there in the economy is determined by the income of the consumer. Normally, if the income of the consumer is high, the demand for the commodity is high and vice versa. So, in the case of the normal goods, the demand for the commodity is positively related with the income, and for the inferior goods, there is a negative relationship between the demand of the commodity and the income of the consumer. So income is one of the important determinant of demand. Size of population. Population is one of the important determinant of demand because whatever demand is there in the economy is made by the people. When the population is high or the size of the population is high, the demand for goods and services increases. And if the population size is low, the demand for goods and services is low. For example, in the urban area where the population is high, the demand for goods and services is quite high. On the other hand, the remote village where the population is low, the demand for goods and services is low. Advertisement. Advertisement helps to know about the product. It gives the information to the buyer about the various features of the product. So the advertisement helps to promote the product and it helps to increase the demand of the commodity. Taste and preference of consumer. The demand for the commodity depends upon the taste and preference of the consumer. If the consumer prefer the commodity or the product, then the demand for that product increases and vice versa. Price expectation. If the consumer expects the price in the near future uh, to be increased or decreased, then that also affect the demand. Suppose in the near future, if the consumer expects that the price of the commodity will increase, then the consumer will buy more of the goods and services today. So demand increases. And if the consumer expects that in the future the price of the product will decrease, then the consumer demand less of the goods and the services. Fear of shortage. In the market, if there is a fear of the shortage, then the demand for that goods and the services will increase because the consumer feel that in the near future that commodity or the product will not be available in the market, so the demand will increase. Seasonal factor. Seasonal factor is also one of the important determinants because we all know that in the season, like in the winter season, the demand for tea and coffee is high, and in the rainy season, the demand for umbrella and raincoat is high. That means seasonal factor is also one of the important determinant of demand. Custom and tradition. In many cases, the demand for goods and services is affected by the custom and tradition. For example, in the big festival like Dasai and Tihar, the demand for meat, demand for clothes, new clothes, the vehicles increases at the time of the festival season. That means the customs and tradition are also one of the important determinants which affect the demand. Thank you for watching my video. If you find this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel.